All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Man, in this video, we got some news if you are betting on the fight coming up this weekend between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. And make sure you watch the end of the video because we have some information that is very important about the sport of boxing, specifically about them trying to change the rules in the United States. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Terence Bud Crawford, man. I don't know if somebody is trying to get ready to make excuses if he doesn't perform well, or if this is an actual injury that has taken place. But word on the street is that Bud Crawford has hurt his shoulder or re-injured a shoulder that had been surgically repaired. This in the lead-in to the Canelo Alvarez fight coming up this weekend. And there's also, please listen to the end of this video because there's definitely important boxing news that you want to know if you're a real big fan of the sport. Now, before I get into this, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for what you do for the channel. All right, let's get into this because we're going to talk about three things in this video. One is this reported injury for Terence Crawford. This came out of several sources on Twitter who typically come out with information like this and said that this was coming out of Omaha, Nebraska, that this is something that happened to Terence Crawford. And so you should be aware of that if you're going to be betting on Canelo Alvarez. Now, my personal take on this is, man, I don't buy it. I think that pretty much in every single solitary training camp and in every single solitary fight, a guy that is as old as Terence Crawford, 37, 38 years old, is going to have some type of injuries. They're going to have some type of old nagging type of stuff, especially a guy that works as ridiculously hard as Terence Crawford does. That was just a matter of time before wear and tear is going to start going and things are going to start popping off and going wrong, right? Also, you can tell that the reason that this is kind of consistent with Terence Crawford's fight schedule over the last several years, where he's been pretty much fighting one time a year. That one time a year is clearly giving him a lot of time to rest and recover from his injuries and gives his body time to heal up. And as a result, okay, he's ready to go during fight time. So I wouldn't put too much on this. I would say though that if you're a gambling person, man, you should probably want to keep your money in your pocket for this particular fight, man, because this thing can absolutely positively go either way with between the two of these guys. Canelo Alvarez is an exceptional fighter, much bigger than Terence Crawford is, or been fighting at a much bigger weight class than Terence Crawford has been fighting at, and much more experienced at that level at 168 pounds. But Terence Crawford is just such a superb fighter and such an intelligent fighter in there that you can know that he's going to be coming there to fight, and he's got a significant chance to win that fight. Unless, of course, that injury is real. I mean, and it is significant and is preventing him from, really sitting down on his punches, because he's going to have to at a point in time with Canelo Alvarez is going to have to do something to get him up off of him. Now, I would like to say also to thank or congratulate Terence Crawford, though, because I did see something that I thought was really good. Terence Crawford, they put out a commercial in which Terence Crawford was in the commercial for Experian. So I think that this is the first time that I've actually seen Terence Crawford get a sponsorship from a major corporation ahead of a fight. I know that I had seen him with the Prime, what he did with Prime, with Jake Paul, and how he wore the Prime logo during the Errol Spence Jr. fight. But other than that, I hadn't seen it. So, man, congratulations to him for that. I certainly hope that his injury, that it's just a nagging injury and it's not really going to it's really not going to affect him. I certainly hope that that's the case. There has been also a lot of pictures been coming out of Terence Crawford about the way he's looking coming into this fight. And it's kind of like you don't know which one is which. You have some where he's looking kind of pudgy. You have other ones where he's looking very, very ripped. So, I initially thought that this weight cut for him, or this was him like building up and going up to a weight class. It does look like he's boiling down off some of the chub that was sitting on the top of his body. There's actually a picture of him on a magazine where he took a picture, maybe, it had to be early in training camp, but his body looked absolutely smooth, like no musculature on it whatsoever, man. So it's just going to be really interesting, man, about this fight. Really, really interesting. I just hope, again, that injury doesn't take place. Now, in this last portion of the video, I really do want to talk with you guys about something that took place yesterday. As you know, Turki Al-Sheikh is trying to partner with TKO Boxing, and they are trying to change the rules of the Muhammad Ali Act or revise the Muhammad Ali Act in a substantial way. There was a hearing yesterday for the California State Athletic Commission, and I was on Twitter during the time that the meeting was going on, listening to Brunch Boxing and other people give me the scenarios, what was going down in that particular meeting. And pretty much it seems like the California State Athletic Commission, the head of the California State Athletic Commission, was trying to push it and just basically rubber stamp approval from the New York State Athletic Commission for this revival, Muhammad Ali Revival Act. But when they tried to close it before there was public comment, but the public comment came up. And so there's some people there that were making and talking to the commission about what their opinion was about the changes. And they were 100% negative. So what happened was, instead of rubber stamping it, the commission then signed a committee to review the Muhammad Ali Act. Now, to review it and to look into the complaints that the people that were in the meeting had about it. And I'm assuming that they're going to be doing the same thing to the different athletic commissions through the country. It is so good to know that people are on top of it and really fighting to save and make sure that they are not going to try to gut the fighters' rights. So they tried to rubber stamp it. They weren't able to rubber stamp it. And now they have to have a committee to go over it and review the law, which is bizarre, because you would think before they wanted to rubber stamp it that they would have read it and understood what the problems were with it before they had had this particular session. So anyway, just wanted to update you on that. I think it's much ado about nothing, and it's probably going to get shut down. That's a very, very hard thing to pass when you have 100% bad comments about it from the boxing community. It's going to be very hard for them to find boxers or anybody that's going to really talk good about that. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.